Right guys, the journey to 1 billion WoW gold. If you watched this series from the start, you will know that I did a mini invasion in the Russian realms a few months ago. I'm going to go back to that and show you how things have gone. As usual, I'm going to show you all the numbers so you can see both the successes and failures of that enterprise. But first, let's quickly just have a look at this week's numbers. The 7-day dashboard has me running at almost 5.4 million gold profit for the week. This is by no means an amazing number for me, but it's not the worst in the world either. If we take a closer look at the numbers, I spent nearly 1.5 million gold this week. That seems to be one of the reasons why my profit is down a little bit. I will talk about what I've been spending gold on, but I want to keep on track, so we'll do that in a future video. If you watched last week's episode, I concluded that I was going to increase my prices further on the Corphia transmog. In fact, we are now at a point where I've basically doubled the price on these in the last few weeks or so. Last week I said I was not sure if they would carry on selling at the higher prices, but as we can see here, they have. All of these are basically sold for double the average amount that I've sold them for previously, and in most cases they're going for 20 times my average buying price now. That being said, it's not all good news. The amount of these that I'm selling has clearly dropped, but as long as I continue to get regular weekly sales on these, then I'm happy enough. Only one mount sale, that's pretty sucky, but some nice pet sales to make up for it. Like I said, we're not going to look at the purchases this week. We will do that retrospectively in a future video. So let's talk about the invasion of Russia we did a few months ago. For a quick recap on what I did on the Russian invasion, I server transfer a load of guild banks over to the Russian realms with the intention of buying up cheap stuff there and selling it for profit elsewhere. Generally speaking, stuff on the Russian realms is much cheaper than on any other servers, so it's not that difficult to make a profit. I chose to do this shortly after 9.2 had released and decided to mostly target the new battle pets from Zereth Mortis. As I talk, I'm going to have the graphs from each of the individual pets in the video footage. I want to show you every single one so you can see that I'm not just showing you the best stuff and that you can and will make failures doing this. I will however talk about some of the individual pets if I feel it does warrant it. We have the flawless Amethyst Bulbulworm. As usual, purchase price in the bottom right, so we've had 14 and we have paid just over 1 million gold for. In the middle we have 7 sales at almost 1.6 million gold, so that leaves us with a profit of over 500k gold, but we still have 7 of these left to sell. That is what a solid success looks like. When new battle pets are introduced into the game, the prices start crazy high, but they also depreciate quickly. It would be fair to ask that if I had success on these, then why would I just not buy more of them to make more gold? This is what I'd call a model success for flipping a battle pet that is new into the game. 8 purchases for 188k, 6 sales for 701k, that's over 500k profit with 2 left to sell. The secret to success here is that I've sold them quickly before the price has dropped too much. If I bought twice as many of these pets, I may have made twice as much profit, but it was more likely they'd take longer to sell, the price would drop, and so would the profit margins. As you can see from the graphs, I've had some where I've had 0 sales from what I have bought. The prices on these have dropped so much compared to when I bought them that even if I sold them today, I would probably only just break even or make a small loss. Now the advantage of battle pets is that when the price gets low on a particular server, then you can just move them around. However, what can happen if you get too greedy trying to sell them, you end up moving them to lower and lower population realms where the price is higher. This makes them take longer to sell and the price drops even more. Sometimes you're better off just offloading it quickly. Just to be clear here, this is for new battle pets who lose their value quickly to begin with. Any pet that is not current expansion should not really see that much in the way of price change. This is an example if it takes you too long to sell. You can see I spent around 35k each on these. I've sold 2 for 130k, but basically I got lucky here. By the time these 2 did sell, they were selling for around 40k each on most servers, so realistically, taking this long to sell, I would have been about breaking even if I'd not got lucky. It's important to note that breaking even on buying and selling these pets is not actually breaking even. To transfer 10 million gold to each of the Russian realms I went to cost me 3 WoW tokens worth of gold each. That works out about a 10% tax to transfer the gold, so you need to make roughly about a 10% profit just to be breaking even. That being said, you can see the majority of these are in profit, but I still have a lot of gold on the Russian realms to be spent. Originally I thought I could use this to try resetting the price on the flawless Bulbulworms towards the end of the expansion. Zan, who was basically the king of mission tables, pretty much killed that idea when he showed how many pet charms he was managing to stockpile. There's a lot of people running a lot of mission tables. The only ones who'd be making gold if I reset the price on the flawless bubble worms would be those that have been running mission tables hardcore and had tens of thousands of pet charms saved up. I think what I will most likely do is wait until near the end of the expansion when the prices on the Zereth Mortis pets has hopefully bottomed out and I could try resetting the entire market on all of them. We will see how many of them are around in a few months' time. Next time we will likely have a look at what I've managed to do with the new cross-realm commodities coming in this week. Unfortunately, the patch has fallen on really bad days for me. I'm working long hours on both of them, so I won't be able to do many of the things I was hoping to do. I think I will still be able to have some fun and make some gold from it. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.